Tennessee Titans quarterback Will Levis had another tremendous game in Week 13 against the Washington Commanders. I'm going to show you what I saw on tape in today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome to another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked On Titans, for 6 seasons. In today's film breakdown, we are going to look at some tremendous play by Will Levis, who has played great football for a month now. He showed great timing on his throws, a great understanding of coverage, and had pinpoint ball placement. It was a really good game despite the big-time loss. Before we dive into it, do want to remind you guys to get subscribed, stay subscribed for year-round Tennessee Titans film content for free. Make sure that you throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a Titan up down in the chat, and with that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. First play from Will Levis here. It's 3rd and 10 for the Titans, and Will Levis is able to hit Chigakonkwo with a perfect pass on the sideline to gain 14 yards and keep the chains moving. This was super impressive quarterback play from Will Levis. So, as we expected from the Commanders, and I talked about on the Locked On Titans podcast quite a bit, leading up to this game, the Commanders play a ton of cover one, which is man coverage. They're going to have man right here. You're going to have man right here on the running back, man coverage here, man coverage here, man coverage here, and they're going to have a deep middle defender, making sure that he doesn't get beat deep at all. So the idea here is that you got a 3-man concept over here, and if Levis doesn't like it, he can go to the backside, which is where he ultimately goes on a deep out route to Chigakonkwo one-on-one against a safety. And Levis does a really good job here of holding that middle safety with his eyes. He checks on the left side right here, looking at the left side, doesn't like it, but continues to hold that safety. Because, look, the safety starts to kind of cheat over this way. And if Levis were to turn his head immediately over to Chigakonkwo and stare down that route, the safety would be able to get over here and maybe disrupt that. But Levis does a good job of holding that safety in the middle of the field right here so that he can't get over in time to help on the outbreaking route to Chigakonkwo. Chig runs a great route right here. He had a really good game, snaps it off and gets open. Really nice completion, and the ball placement on this one. That's one thing that really stood out to me in this game was Will Levis's ball placement, especially under pressure as well. And we're going to see that a couple of times here. So 5-man rush, 6-man rush. Actually, if you look at it, we got 4 over here. We got 2 right here because the guy responsible for the running back, if your guy stays in a block, then you rush. But again, 6 guys coming in on Will Levis. He stays in the pocket, and this is what we've been asking for Will Levis all season. Step up into the clearing in the pocket. Good pocket mobility, gets his feet centered, and throws a rope under pressure. And look at that. Look at the ball placement on that right there. Boom. Perfect to Chigakonkwo. Exactly where it has to be. Away from the defender. Right in the breadbasket. That's great stuff from Will Levis right there. Play number 2 might be my favorite play from the entire game. We covered this on the Tic Tac 4-pack for this week. If you missed that video, go ahead and check that out. But it's 3rd and 20 for the Titans here. And Will Levis just makes a miraculous play and keeps this alive and then delivers a perfect pass to Calvin Ridley to make this a first down. I mean, this is just tremendous football. So what the Commanders do is they run man coverage again, but they do it a little differently. They have a 2-high coverage right here showing 2 deep safeties. But what they're going to do is they're going to roll this backside safety here. He's going to lurk down into the middle and be an intermediate defender while this safety up top turns into a deep middle. And then they're going to have man coverage across the board. They're going to have man right here. They're going to have man right here. They're going to have man right here. Man coverage right here, and then man coverage right here. And what the Titans do from a route concept standpoint is they have an out route from NWI right here. They are going to have a vertical route inside by Tyler Boyd that's going to clear out the middle so that Calvin Ridley can come on the deep dig route over the middle of the field, and that's ultimately where Will Levis goes. And this is really a great play call for 3rd and 20. You don't have a lot for 3rd and 20, but again here, you see the Tyler Boyd vertical route clears out the middle, takes the deep safety so that nobody can come crashing down on Calvin Ridley's in route right here. And the out route over here pulls this cornerback away. So just a ton of space right here for Calvin Ridley. Now, Will Levis would love to hit this just normally within the timing of the route concept, but because of the pressure coming from NPF, the pressure coming from JC Latham, the pressure ultimately from Peter Skoronski is the most devastating on the twist stunt that the Commanders run up front. But Levis just continues to keep the play alive, keeps his eyes downfield, and finds a way to make a play. We'll go to the end zone angle here so you can see it even better. Look at the twist stunt on the left side of the offensive line. You're going to have this defensive lineman come up this way, and then you're going to have the defensive end come inside on the stunt and ultimately beat Peter Skoronski to get the pressure on Will Levis. But again, this is great stuff from Levis. Keeping composure, keeping poise in the pocket, rolling through. Now that I'm out, keep my eyes upfield. I know that Calvin Ridley was going to be open on that route. I know it. Okay, I saw it before the pressure got to me. So keep your eyes upfield, reset your base, and make a throw while you're getting hit. That is tremendous from Will Levis. We've already seen 2 third downs in 2 plays, and here's another 3rd and 6 for the Titans. 2-minute drill at halftime, and we get the exact same coverage from the Commanders, a cover 1 lurk, bringing down that opposite safety, and just an absolute dime from Will Levis to NWI, the touchdown maker himself. But again, just like we saw in the previous play, 2 high deep safeties, but what's going to happen is this guy's going to rotate into deep middle, this safety is going to rotate into the hook, into the middle, and then man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, man coverage. Got man coverage right here as well. Ultimately, the back stays into block, but what we want to focus on is this fade route from NWI. He's going to stem inside a little bit, and then boom, immediately get on his horse on the fade route to the back pylon of the end zone, and this is dropping it in a bucket at the end of the day. This is a fantastic throw from Will Levis. Wow. I mean, wow, man. What a throw that is. With pressure coming at you, everyone in your face, and to make that throw on 3rd and 6, just pinpoint accuracy. The most impressive thing that I found from Will Levis in this game are the 2 things that you want to see from him the most going forward: his pocket poise and then his ball placement. That is phenomenal. Another 3rd down for Will Levis. It's 3rd and 7 in the second half, and again, the ball placement. Levis has made great throws to open receivers throughout the year, but the ball placement under pressure in this game, just absolutely astounding from Will Levis. He is getting better and better every single week. So here we have a cover 1 coverage from a classic alignment. You have the deep safety right there. You're going to have man coverage right here on the tight end. One of these linebackers, I think it's right here, has man coverage on the back, but then you have man coverage, man coverage, man coverage. And watch how Tyler Boyd runs this out route, corner route, whatever you want to call it here. I mean, this is just pinpoint from Will Levis. It's so impressive. Again, another 3rd down against man coverage where the Titans have struggled the most over the last few years. Look at this out route. Bam. Beautiful stuff. You have Calvin Ridley going on the fade down the sideline. NWI comes inside, and then this out route from Tyler Boyd. I mean, again, the ball placement is what stands out the most in this game. That's not super open, but because the ball is in a perfect spot away from the defender where it has to be, it's an easy catch for Tyler Boyd, and it's on 3rd and 7, and it keeps the drive going. And look at the pressure. He's about to get hit. Boom, smacked by 2 people, thrown down on the ground to your face. Whew, that is impressive right there. Finally, a play that isn't 3rd down. It's 2nd and 7 for the Titans, and a play that isn't tight man coverage. It's going to be cover 3 for the Commanders with some match principles there. And again, the ball placement is what I am focused on for Will Levis in this one. So what we see is this is a match cover 3 is what I would call it, because you're going to see zone coverage from 3 defenders. Zone, zone, zone. You got a deep middle defender right here. And the outside corners look like they're playing man, but to me, I think this is a match cover 3 where you're playing your cover 3, but if your wide receiver comes inside, you go with them as well. So you have your deep thirds here. You're going to have a vertical route from NWI that takes him there, and then you're going to have another deep in route from Calvin Ridley. And again, ball placement, ball placement, ball placement. You have to make sure that the deep safety can't drive down and destroy Calvin Ridley on this one. So he comes across. His guy tries to go with him. And this safety can barrel down and take this away from Calvin Ridley. So while some people would look at this and say, oh, he needs to hit Calvin Ridley in stride, he made him slide to the ground. No, that is incorrect. Will Levis threw this ball low on purpose so that Calvin Ridley can catch the football while sliding to the ground to avoid getting smoked by the driving safety. Taking care of your teammates. This is a great pass by Will Levis. This is fantastic. Put it low. So if that ball is high at chest level, where a good throw would be, Calvin Ridley is going to get depleted right there. So this is pinpoint accuracy from an NFL quarterback who is really coming into his own. Another different type of coverage, we're going to get a cover 2 here, a rolled cover 2, where the safety drops back into the cover 2 alignment after showing a single high look pre-snap, and Levis delivers just an absolute perfect strike on the skinny post to Tony Pollard here. So what's happening is they're showing a single high safety look, okay? But this safety is going to come out into deep half. This safety is going to drop back into deep half, and then you have a cover 2 look. You have your intermediate defenders right here in their zones, and then you have 2 flat defenders who can get some depth if they need to or drive forward if they need to. And on the reception side of this, what you're going to have is you're going to see a corner route from NWI. And what happens there is it forces the safety to honor that because he has deep half. So he has to respect that, and he takes a couple of steps this way. And what that allows is Tony Pollard to come on the skinny post right here into an opening in the middle of the field and have an easy completion. So just a really good read by Will Levis on a disguised coverage from the Commanders. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, Will Levis was getting garbage time stats. These are complex coverages from the Washington Commanders. They were running tight man coverage all game, even after they built a lead. So this is still excellent stuff from Will Levis. Again, you can see the impact that NWI has on that safety, and it leads to a wide open throw to Tony Pollard. Good physical catch. Great stuff there from Tony Pollard. Didn't have the best day catching the football, quite honestly, but this is a really nice catch and the type of stuff that Tony Pollard can do out on the field as a former wide receiver in college. And really, a good thing is watch how Tony Pollard runs directly behind NWI. So you can barely see him right now, but they're running in a straight line together, and you don't know who's going to break where. So love that little detail from Brian Callahan in the offense. Again, the theme of the day for me is ball placement. And we know that Will Levis has a rocket, but look how he just throws that with touch and floats it over the defender. Nice physical finish to the play for Tyler Boyd. Love seeing that. Defender was all right. Got hurt, but was all right. But again, just really like the read of the coverage from Will Levis. So to me, this looks like a match cover 6. You got a quarter right here, a quarter right here, and then you're going to have a curl flat right here. You got an intermediate hook defender right here, another curl flat from the defender right here. And then you're going to have flat over here, and then your deep half right here is what I'm thinking this coverage is. Of course, can't know for certain. But on the play side, what you're going to have is a double out concept. So you're going to have a vertical out right here, and then you're going to have Tyler Boyd on the shorter out right here. And again, if Will Levis hammers this home like we're used to seeing him throw the football with speed and velocity, think about, when you hold down the button on Madden and you throw it as hard as you can, it's probably going to be an interception. But he taps it. He throws a little bit of a lob pass, and not only does he throw it with the correct trajectory to get over the defender, but he leads Tony Pollard up the field a little bit more to give himself even more room to make this completion on the sideline. Hammer that home and it's a pick. If you hammer that home, the defender is going to be able to undercut that and intercept it. But when you loft it over the top here and you pull Tony Pollard or Tyler Boyd more this way, now you give yourself more room from the defender and you eliminate that opportunity for the defensive back. So this is growth for Will Levis and great ball placement. Awesome. Awesome. And look at the defender jump. He thought that he was going to have this. He thought, oh, this is a pick opportunity. But because the throw is so perfect, he has no chance, and it's a really nice completion. Love that from Will Levis right there. That is growth, folks. That is growth from the young quarterback who's played a great month of football. All right, our final play of the Will Levis breakdown is one of the plays we broke down in the Tic Tac 4-pack. It's the second touchdown of the day to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. And again, an excellent read by Will Levis of the coverage and also excellent ball placement to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine in this one. So what we're going to see is a cover 2 coverage from the Commanders. They are going to have flat defender here, intermediate defenders here, and here. And the linebacker, Bobby Wagner, actually drops back into the honey hole of cover 2. And then you're going to have your deep half guys right here and right here. And what the Titans do is, on the trip side, they're going to have I keep wanting to say Tony Pollard, Tyler Boyd run a corner route right here. Calvin Ridley is going to come in and sit down, and then Chikakonkwo is going to come in and sit down. And ultimately, Chikakonkwo's route is super, super important because it influences the linebacker. You're going to have Tony Pollard on this side run an in route where he's just trying to sit in the middle of the zone, and then you're going to have a skinny post from Nick Westbrook-Ikhine right here into the middle of the field. And again, look at Chikakonkwo's route here and how it influences the honey hole defender, Bobby Wagner. Because Chick sits down right here, this pulls the linebacker up. Okay? So that's clearly important. And then Nick Westbrook-Ikhine has to get inside this safety right here to make this possible. And that's exactly what he does. But we talked about touch throws and lob throws. No, Will Levis hammers this home. And that is obviously still a tool that he has in his bag. Perfect ball placement to keep Nick Westbrook-Ikhine in front of the safety. If you throw this too far upfield, then the safety's either going to be able to undercut it or he's going to be able to make enough contact to get this ball out of Nick Westbrook's hands. But because he leads it inside to NWI, it gives him the opportunity to box out the safety, use his size, use his frame, catch that, and score a touchdown. It's just excellent ball placement, and we saw it all day long, and that's something that's an area of growth for Will Levis, and it has me really, really excited about what he can continue to do as he continues to play good football. I mean, in the last month, he's been a top 10 level quarterback if you look at it statistically. Great stuff from Will Levis. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on Will Levis and his performance against the Washington Commanders in Week 13. Early in the season, it was Will Levis that was hurting the football team. Now we're to a point where Will Levis is playing great football, and the team indicating that if the Titans could ever put the two together, man, they would be a pretty decent football team, but not quite certain that that's going to happen this season. Regardless, fair to be very, very excited about the way that Will Levis ball right now, and hopefully we see that continue down the last stretch of the season. But that's going to do it for today's film breakdown. Again, make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a tighten up down in the chat. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and as I always tell you, tighten up.